Alright. Welcome. Karceno Uncut 16. And this is the office. This is where the magic happens. This is where it all gets put into. Right into the AT&T wireless. And we send it out to the rest of the world. People say, what was my screensaver? Let me see. What is the screensaver? We take all this down. It's Ortiz and Mayweather picture on it. That's about the face-off when they first faced off. I just haven't changed it. That's probably the reason why. But a little something about myself that most people don't know. I don't have a belief factor. I'm not a fan of it. Either you know or you don't know. I'm in that range. I don't like the belief factor because people always want to believe something, which is, to me, is a laziness. People want to believe so they don't have to research to know. They just say, oh, I believe you, or I believe it. Either try to know it or don't, because it's easier to be deceived if you don't know something. Right now, the sun is shining. How many people can come in here and tell me that it isn't, and try to make me believe that the sun isn't shining, when I know for a fact the sun is shining? You see, it's a little harder to see people when they actually know something. And this is an element that pretty much today is eliminated. You see, that's what a lot of people don't realize, what we lost as a people during slavery. We lost the ability of knowing. Our whole past was almost basically wiped out. Why would someone make a conscious effort to do so? Unless it was very important that that happened. They didn't just bring us over here. They erased a large portion of our knowing and gave us a belief. Now we have to believe these things happen. We have to believe. But we knew then. Back then, we know. It was harder to deceive people when they know stuff. But when you believe in something, you kind of go with it. And you're hoping to be right. Have to get back to wanting to know. So there's a little something that you learned from me. Now, let's move forward into some more exclusive boxing stuff. As the shirt tells you, you should already know by now. Damn, I'm good. Let's go on a ride. First stop on the ride, we got Alex Ariza. And what Alex Ariza is doing is basically, Alex Ariza on November 3rd was on the Leave It in the Ring radio show. They had Victor Conte and Alex Ariza on there. One of the best shows they ever did. They had them on there at the same time. And this is before the Mayweather phone call to Pacquiao, of course. Let's hear what really led up to this. I'm going to let Alex Ariza come out and listen to what he says, because I know a lot of you probably didn't hear the show.
Listen, if you know Mayweather wants to fight Manny that bad, call Manny on the phone. He's not that hard to get a hold of. Just say, hey, Manny, I want to, nothing personal. I want to fight you. It's good for the fans, good for the public. Let's make this happen. Let's sit down. You and I, a couple of men, we're fighters, and let's make this happen. If that's what you really wanted. Again, I'm not privy to what they wanted. Trust me, if I wanted to fight somebody, I'd just say, hey, listen, I want to fight you. I'm not going to go through this guy, that guy, or the other guy. So I'm sure there's something more behind it. I'm like, again, I'm not privy to it, but whatever's holding it up, I mean, it's up to those guys, those two, to step up and make it happen if that's what they want.
Now, you see that. Well, you hear that. He said, why don't you get on the phone and call him? We all know what happened when that happened, right? So, if that's what it was going to take, he did that. Y'all still ain't fighting. So, what's the case with that? I don't know, but how many people actually got to hear that interview before? You know, they do stuff in the dark and they keep it in the past, and you got to really know how to research and go back and get all this stuff. Let's see what we got next. I tell you, this is just the beginning. I never understood why they did such stupid business deals. Okay, for those that didn't know, certain guy who's really was a 154 fighter, never really was a middleweight, should have never went up to middleweight, had a gambling problem, had a club problem, was one of the best 154 fighters in the game. Scored record victories over great champions, Hall of Famers. This person will go down in the Hall of Fame once they officially step down. I think they're kind of active now. You know, they had like one fight in the past 7 years. Seems like they haven't really officially retired. Here's the problem. Said fighter got robbed out of a fight. Said fighter's pissed off. Said fighter gets rematch for almost $3 million, and he decides to outthink himself. He let a promotional company that he thought had his best interest in hand and said, you know what, this is what we gonna do for you. Since we got your promotional company, we'll help you distribute your fights and everything else, and don't worry about it, we'll take care of it, we're gonna run this for you, you're gonna be a big star, you don't even need to fight here. If they ain't gonna pay you the money you deserve, you can come up here and fight at 175, come to 174, and we'll put you in the ring with Bernard Hopkins. Now if you win, you get this, you get that, we're gonna pay you this and that, and your promotional company, you get all these options and everything else. So it's not guaranteed. Nothing was guaranteed. Only his little purse, and he was banking everything off pay-per-view. Needless to say, the guy really won the fight, but Hopkins got his hand raised. Pay-per-view, fighter got paid crumbs on the table, ended up with nothing, didn't get the rematch of the fight he should have had, went into a fight with no options. The only person that capitalized was that promotional company, and they even paid Bernard his little scratch, and they actually came up off that because they got more out of it off of his loss in the process. He gambled, he loved to gamble, he gambled, and he lost. And I'm going to bed. More to come.